Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at naughtylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, Naughty Crew. Welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. It's your host, Naughty, bring you the latest and trending topics. I vlog my life. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? I got a case of the Mondays, y'all. Ugh. Woo! I'm going to give YouTube a chance to send out some notifications, but we are live. It was a crazy weekend, but we got through it, Naughty Crew, because only the strong survive. I got a great show lined up for you today. I held off on this story, but I want to get into Toya Johnson rushing, Regine's mom, Lil Wayne's ex-wife, and now wife to Red rushing. I am a fan of the show, Toya and Regine, and as usual, Toya exploits her family for clicks and views. But I just need my Naughty Crew to understand they are working. The family is working. Toya said, y'all going to get out my pockets and get your own bag. Like, I always felt like there was some entitlement there, but her brothers are out here dragging her for filth, okay? Saying that they didn't get paid. So I have all their responses. She recently sat down with Carlos King and did an interview, and she talked about family. She talked about being married to Lil Wayne and leaving the situation and where she's at in life, which I think Toya is tired. She tired. She the one in the family that made it, and there's a lot of jealousy there, and she very well may be the catalyst to a lot of the drama and things like that. But she is collateral damage for trying to help family. But she comes from a family where generational trauma was passed down from one generation to the next. So we're gonna dive in. I want to hear your thoughts, Naughty Crew. Also, I want to get into Trina Rocstar, her husband being arrested. Okay. This sounds all too familiar. She's given Jennifer Williams from Basketball Wives. She really is. Like, she got to be in a relationship so bad that she went and chose this low vibrational man that's not even on her level a little bit. Okay. And she is uplifting this man with all these heinous allegations, okay? Because Tasha K had an interview with the ex-girlfriend and things like that. So he saw Trina at her weak point, and like a true narcissist, he decided to pounce. All right. Now Trina has isolated herself from all her family and friends, which is the number one thing abusers do. That's one of the first things they do. They isolate you from your family and friends because they want to be the only ones so that they can control. So we're going to dive into that story. I have some more information on the Big U situation. As you all know, I've been covering it. They are now trying to connect him to Nipsey Hussle's deletion. It's just so sad. Like, he has turned himself in. He's connected to another red rum. They tied even human trafficking to his charges, him scamming, doing PPE loan scams and everything like that. So he has an uphill legal battle just like the diddler. Mm-hmm. And if we have time, we'll get into more things. I wanted to kind of start the show with this post, and shout out to my Naughty crew for sending it to me. I'm trying to catch up on all my messages that you guys send me. I appreciate you all, but sometimes they get to being a lot. All right, things Black women are not doing in 2025. Trina, pay attention. Pay attention. Please thumbs up this video. Share this live out as you load up in the room. Naughty crew, we are going to get into these stuff, okay? And by the way, my background is coming up, and they're about to spew a bunch of lies, child. And shout out to Couture Bay for dragging them for filth last night. Okay, that is my homegirl. She did that. I had to watch it twice. She did that. Okay. And she had a great interview over there on IE Network. So go over there and check that out. I really like their interview style over there at IE Network. I love how they start off with the trending topics, then they get into the YouTube beef, and then they end out with trivia and things like that. But Couture Bay tore it up over there. So shout out to them and shout out to Couture Bay. She is on the uphill of doing great things. Like, I love it. I love it. You have to surround yourself with people that are of like minds, that have the same career goals, business mind as you, if you want to grow as a person, and if you want to sustain this YouTube game, child, and you just can't take any of it personal. Okay. So shout out to Viola Davis for posting this. Things Black women are not doing in 2025. Okay. Black women are not settling for struggle love. Trina, you missed the mark on this, boo. Mm-hmm. Black women are not teaching non-Black people about systematic racism. Black women are not doing emotional labor. Hell to the no, 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 no. Black women are not explaining their hair choices to anyone. Mm-hmm. Black women are not suffering in silence anymore. Mm-hmm. Black women are not prioritizing capitalism over their mental health. Black women are not wasting their energy on drama, i.e., we're moving on from the drama from this weekend because it was weak sauce. Motherfucker try to line me up, chill. Black women are not over-explaining themselves, period. Black women will not be chasing anyone, period. And Black women will not be dimming their lights for anyone, period. Please thumbs up the video. Hey, Nicole J, good morning. Good morning, grown woman. Hey, Nichelle, what's up? What's up? What's up to my naughty crew? Thank y'all for joining me. Okay, now it's time for the Black woman in 2025 to stand in her word. And if you don't know how to do it, check out my friend on YouTube, Jovi Beauty School. Okay, she breaks it all down. Breaks it all down. Even got a book. All right. So I love you all for joining me. It was a crazy weekend, but I'm here. I'm here. Please get these likes up. Yes, Bree. Please get these likes up. I'm here. Ooh, I'm here. I've arrived. Ciao. I have arrived. All right. So let's get into Trina and her low vibrational man that she is married to and does not have a prenup. Okay. Now, Tasha K done unsealed the deets on this situation and had an interview with his ex. They had video footage of him and everything in the trailer. Straight from the trailer park. That's where she got this man, okay? Thumbs up the video. All right. Oops. Trina's husband Swerve arrested for battery after allegedly punching a man in the face and fracturing his nose nearly 2 years ago. Ciao. Trina, you ain't do a background check on your man, girl. You supposed to be smarter than that. Not to mention his ex had pictures of her bruises as a result of an assault on him. Ciao. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Neighbors, looks like trouble brewing for Trina's husband. Swerve reports just surfaced revealing he was arrested for battery stemming from an altercation that went down almost 2 years ago. So according to police documents obtained by TMZ, the incident happened back in July of 2023. A man claimed he was crossing the street when Swerve black Dodge Charger suddenly stopped at a stop sign, causing the man's hands to hit the trunk. Things escalated quickly. Swerve allegedly confronted the man, followed him to a nearby residence, and punched him multiple times, leaving him with a fractured nose. Authorities said surveillance footage backed up the victim's story. Swerve was arrested on March the 20th in Miami and booked at the Turner Gulfport Night Correctional Center. Child, Trina, you gonna bail your man out? See, and this is the red flags that women love to ignore. It be right there in their face, and they choose to turn the other cheek, all for the sake of love. Thumbs up this video. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Trina, you have no children. You have the ability and the opportunity to attract a high value man, but you choose to swim in the gutter with the gutter snipe. Low vibrational people. Hey, Latoya. Yes, it was an awesome interview. Please like the video. Please like the video. Now, Trina, you was out here bragging, talking about you don't have no prenup, dumb girl. You got to protect your assets. You don't know this man from a can of freaking paint. Women out here talking about they have children by him that he does not claim. And the best predictor of future behavior is you look at the patterns of the past behavior. And child, you in trouble. Trina, you in trouble, girl. You in trouble. You in trouble. And the only thing I could really say to that is, girl, what's going on? Girl, what's going on? What's going on, Trina, girl? You still grieving? You know, because grieving is a process. And I know you lost like your brother and your mother back to back and things like that. But predators like him, narcissists like him, they look for weakness in women because he's really a homosexual. Let's just talk about it, okay? He lived off of women for a living. That is his career, allegedly. Everything we discuss here is for entertainment purposes and of my opinion. Naughty Crew, thumbs up the video. Yes, we are too old at our big age to be ignoring the red flags, child. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. Child, they are shady. When Trina get a husband, let me guess, she got kids too, child. Ooh, this person says, this is what happens when desperate gets put on the shelf and does whatever to get off. This person says, Trina loves a stray and talking down to people. Child, this is not a good look. This is not a good look. And I think in the end, he's gonna make a fool of her. He's gonna make a fool of her and do some damage to her brand. Now on Love and Hip Hop Miami, because I've been watching, he done disrespected Bobby Lights by pouring water on him. Mm-hmm. Trina allowed it, all right, and then they tried to change it around. And he calls himself, well, I need to get help. So he goes and speaks to a pastor. Boy, he is acting. These people are working. Yes, Trina and Jennifer have a horrible judge a character. Okay, now her husband right now is up on a civil RICO case because he done scammed everybody and their mama, including Jennifer. I will never understand it. And it just goes to show money is not happiness. And I don't care how many material things you have. If you don't do the work within to heal your trauma, you're going to continue to repeat the same pattern over and over again when choosing people in your life. It's up to you as a person to invest in you and to walk in your value so that you don't fall for the okie doke like this fool. Okay? Because Trina, girl. This is just dumb. This is just dumb. They both want to say they got a man. That's right. Oops. They both want to say they got a man. Didn't Jennifer date two? Right. Somebody scammed her out of a Range Rover. It is crazy. Please thumbs up this video and please feel free to donate to the channel if you could. But if you cannot donate, please just make sure you are liking the video as you're loading up in the room. Share this live out. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. All right. Up next, I want to get into Toya and her family drama. Okay. Now, I'm a big fan of the show. And with this season, Toya kind of came off like she's tired, right? She's tired of the back and forth. She's tired of supporting her family and they doing her dirty, okay? The season finale, I think, was last week. And it ended with dramatics. And let me tell you something, because they out here saying Toya only get with them to film and stuff like that. But y'all be down. Y'all be down with the shits. Because y'all think she gonna put y'all on. But y'all don't want to do the work and grind the old-fashioned way. To get your careers popping. Okay? So I remember the last season, she had fell out with Casey real bad, one of her brothers, because Casey, I believe, has some trauma from being in prison. I believe Casey has some trauma because ain't no joke down there in NOLA where they from. All right, it's low vibrational. The prisons aren't really reforming you. You come out in basically a worse situation than what you started, and then society as a whole doesn't forgive you, right? They still make it hard for you to get jobs and things like that. But it looked like at the last episode, Casey and Reginae fell out, Toya's daughter, okay? Toya was really, really upset, but you know, Toya and Reginae are thick as thieves. They're going to always ride for one another and have each other back. And to be quite honest, I think it's them against the family. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's a scene. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. Please thumbs up the video, Naughty Crew. Shout out to the neighborhood talks for this clip. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Okay, so she's there saying that Casey put his hands on her child. This is this family generational trauma passed down from one to the next and not getting resolved. Thumbs up this video, but I've been watching Toya and her family from back in the day when they was on BET, okay? And them having to rebuild and get their mom cleaned up. Her daddy got like something like 30 kids, child. It's a hot mess. Okay? So this is not the first time this season him and Reginae kind of clash. He tried to allude to like he raised Reginae and Reginae was like, no, you didn't. Hey, Jews, no, you didn't. My mama. On the show, Toya set boundaries with Casey and said, you need to get help. Now, Casey did sign up for therapy. He actually did a session with Toya, but the trust is broken. Even last season, he said that Toya was responsible for her two brothers that would red rum. He put that on her. I just think Casey just got a lot of pent up frustration and anger, especially from being in prison. He probably, what I got from him, I felt like he is just so entitled and he thinks Toya is supposed to just open up all these doors. And the first thing they want to do is drag Wayne. Toya is not Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne is not obligated to put y'all on for y'all rap careers. All right. So this is just like family drama bubbling all over, and Toya just knows how to capitalize on it. Please thumbs up the video, okay? She'll explain her family like most. Yes. So Casey also has a very contentious relationship with his child's mother, okay? And he went to Toya to ask her to help bridge the gap because Toya has a relationship with her so that she could stay with, keep up with the nephew or whatever. And Casey was like in and out of jail. So somebody had to do it. But they are so ungrateful. But every time he snaps out, they put him on Front Street. I don't know why he don't get. Toya is done. Okay, honey. Done. Hey, Natalia. Hey, Durags. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Please thumbs up the video as you are loading up in the room and share this live out. Okay, so as a result of the show and the finale, everybody starts getting to work. What I do notice, they all have YouTube channels. So these people are working. They are driving traffic to their channels. And I think what this is a case of, Toya, like, get the fuck out of my pockets and own your own. Okay. So Walt came out first. Here we go.
You know how people.
Shout out to It's On Site. And it's not the first time Walt has spoken out against his sister. Here we go.
Do wrong, right? And we try to clean it up. You hear me? We're going to try to dress it up and clean it up. When you know you wrong, you're going to do all this trying to clean it up. But if you know you right, stick to what you own and continue doing right. Don't take the narrative and try to shift it to prove your point or to your benefit for you and yours. When if everybody's saying that you the problem, then you the fucking problem. Or if you beefing with this person, that person, come on, bro, you acting too perfect. That rhyme for y'all? Let me say it again. If you beefing with this person, that person, this person, that person, that means you too fucking perfect, bro. Don't cut the cameras off when it comes time to show your business. But when you showing your family business, you and that motherfucker, even shit that's off camera, even when the camera's not on, you showing that. But when it come down to your personal business, stop the cameras. That go for you and your daughter. Y'all see that? Stop the camera. So stop making people thinking that you giving us a platform when it's our story. How you gonna tell Nita's story and you can't go through Walt? You gotta go through Walt to tell Nita's story. How you gonna sit here and talk about rooting them children and stuff, talk about rooting them or joshing them, and you ain't even gonna show their kids? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta be real, bro. And just because family call family out on certain things, they go to fans, they go to the supporters or groupies or whatever you want to call them. There they go. They wrong. She need to cut all her family off. What if her family tired of her ass? What if her family saying we need to cut you off because we tired of this? Huh? Get the guard, bro. There's truth to both sides. But at the same time, bro, we got to be real with each other first and not the media. Point blank. If you don't understand that, and you're going to still try to say, oh, but Walt, but this, but Casey, but that, be real with this first, and then let the media see that. Huh? How about that? How about you try to express or display some type of integrity? How about that? Huh? You can't want somebody to just, you want to be forgiven or forgive, apologize, but you not willing to do it. That go from my mama on down. All of them do it.
Yep.
Every last one of them do it.
Now, Walt here, he is the oldest one, okay? And I feel like he keeping it real. It needs to be accountability on both sides, but that don't give you the right to make me your punching bag for all the faults you had in your life.
They point the finger, but tripping, bitch, you got 3 pointing back at you. Every time you hold that bitch up, 3 pointing right back at you, but you ain't looking at that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know how people do wrong, right? And we try to clean it up. You remember?
All right. She tried to clean it up for the show. I believe that to be true. I really, really do. All right. Regine is out here living her best life. And then let's get into Casey and what he feels about the situation. His feelings are valid too, right?
Right sometimes. My sentences don't be coming off right sometimes. I fought myself for that, not going to school. You know, but it's all good. I ain't tripping. But God know my heart, and He know where I be speaking from. You feel me? So I ain't tripping off all the other shit they be talking about. But other than that, man, I'm good. I'm chilling. You hear me? Despite all the shit that's against me, you know, the odds against me. So all I gotta do is just keep praying. You know what I'm saying? Keep my faith and really don't lose myself out here. For real, because a lot of shit going on, you know, relationship wise with me, baby mama problems with my son. Not saying that I have problems with my child mother, but you know, it's just fucked up the way it is. I ain't even gonna lie. As far as with the show, the Regina and Toya show, I don't really like the show. I don't really care for the show because I feel like it breaks up families. Like, that's why I really don't care for that shit for like talking about it. Break up families, it starts a lot of shit. Reality show. You know, when you put your business out there and your life out there for real.
Right.
That's how that shit be. But other than that, though, I be chilling, man. You know, I don't be really tripping over a lot of shit.
Sounds to me like he never wants to take accountability for the stuff he starts with him spazzing out on everybody. And you right, Toya. They mad at Nita and Walter Sr. taking it out on Toya because she was supposed to be there, take it out. And maybe the kids' mothers didn't want them to be on the show. Exactly. They act like Toya is the end all to be all. She can't force that situation with other people's kids. But y'all down. All right. Y'all down. So Toya recently sat down. Let's get into that with Carlos King. And here's a couple of things she had to say in regards to her family. Shout out to Carlos King.
Your family members?
So I have been financially supporting my mom for years. And of course, they live with my mom for a long period of time. And it just got to a point where I'm like, they are so ungrateful. I cannot do it no more. And I told my mom loved her kids so much, especially her boys. She will go to bat for her boys. Okay. Like it's to the point where
that's one of the things Toya talked to her mom about. So she wanted to get all her dad's kids together in one space so that they could all start to get to know each other. Because Lord knows he got to have 20-something kids. It's a lot. And that was very triggering for Toya's mom. And when they got to the place, she was demanding an apology from Toya's dad, Walter Sr., because she's looking at all these kids and she's thinking about how many times that man violated her by cheating on her, creating other babies outside of their relationship and things like that. Nita felt like Toya was taken up for her dad or whatever. And so they fell out. But ultimately, Walter Sr. did apologize to Nita. All right. And she was like, that's all I wanted or whatever. And so then her and Toya had a side conversation, and she was like, I feel like Nita was like to Toya, I feel like you always is sticking up for your daddy. You don't have my back ever. And so Toya said, Ma, well, that's how I feel you treat me against my brothers. Like, you do any and everything for my brothers, but you don't show up for me. I need love from you too. And Toya had planned a whole Mother's Day dinner, and Nita was like barely going to make it because she had flew out of town with Walt so that for her grandbaby graduation and things like that. So yeah, Toya definitely feels like Nita favors the boys over her. And I think it's because she has financial independence. She don't feel like Toya need emotional support too.
She'll let some stuff get messed up for her to protect them. Like I didn't buy cars for my brothers and help pay, like normal people that's in position to help. Like I didn't help with numerous amount of things. And when you were incarcerated, we put money on you, but like been taking care of you. For you to even have the audacity to say that I don't do for you or my mom or this and that, that's a lie. Like how you don't do nothing for her? So how is she getting taken care of? But it's to the point, like with that type of situation, it's like, it's almost like I got to teach my mom a lesson too, because you allowing them to mess things up for you. They are grown men. They're not going to live off of me and then be on the internet talking crap about me. No, that don't go like that. Like you can't be in my house that I'm paying for, that I bought, and my mom.
And you can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm sitting here doing everything to keep you from going out here committing crimes, to give you another chance at life, and you want to drag me on the internet. I get it. Like, you don't get both. Make sure when you drag me, you could pay your rent this next month. Make sure when you drag me, you could buy your own cars. Make sure when you drag me and you get locked up, that you could put money on your own books. Don't need me for nothing then, if it's like that.
Is in there making sure she good, and you on the internet every other week talking crap about me, and you not doing nothing, not contributing or nothing. Make it make sense.
And when it comes to your mom, how does she feel about it, seeing her kids go through this?
At one point, like my mom, she used to like try to stay out of it, but now she's very vocal about it. She really don't like it. She don't like us to, be at it with each other. She really don't like that. And now she's like, until y'all change or get y'all life together, I'm over here. Like, I'm trying to move this way. My mom has been going to church you know, like trying to just change her life around. Because, you know, when you're around that and that's all you hearing, you start to become that because that's what you're around. Start thinking that other people owe you or they should be doing more for you or this and that, because that's what she's hearing all the time. But when she removed herself out of that situation, it's like her mind, she thinks different. You know, now she want to go to church. Now she understands. Now she's constantly saying, I appreciate everything you do for me, or thank you. Like, every little thing, you know, anything, you know, and that makes me feel good because for a minute I'm like, damn, do anybody care around here? Like, what the hell? You can give people, it's just never enough. But that's my mama. Like, I'm gonna always have her back.
Watch the full video. Make sure you go to.
All right, that's Toya's stance on it. And what's this one? Hold on.
People will never change. They will keep operating with you the exact same way until you get to a place in your life where you have to set those boundaries, no matter who it is, mama, daddy, sister, brother, husband, daughter, I don't care who it is. If it's disrupting your peace, you have to set them healthy boundaries. So either I'm going to deal with you from a distance or I ain't going to deal with you at all.
I'm wearing a heart for a reason because y'all know I'm in love with her.
All right, so Toya, I think, is in a place in her life where she is setting boundaries and she is no longer taking the verbal beatings from her family. And you get to a place like that where you just want peace. And so you start to remove the things that are causing you discord and heartbreak in your life. If it's not healthy, I'm not going to indulge in it. And either you gonna wake up and see one day like, damn, I really miss my sister. She not in my life. You know what I mean? It's a hard battle she deals with, but her husband has stepped into the family group chat, okay? And he had a couple of things to say. Mr. Rushlight, he said, Toya, this day was right after you lost your brothers. You were a wreck. We had dinner with your dad, and this is when y'all really started to repair your relationship. I remember this day so clearly. I had you while you were full of emotions, and I told you I'm here and I got you. This was years ago, and baby, nothing has changed. You are beautiful. You have done and do so much for people, and you are so effing amazing. This is our chapter. Relax and let's live it up. Okay, so he's talking about this picture right here. Can I say I love them as a couple? I do. I love them as a couple. And they're not afraid to talk about their challenges. All right. So walk into the chat again. Let me see. What's this one? Okay. Come on, Walt. Get up here, boy.
Traumatized for real. I'm talking about all Nita kids. And some of the kids, the majority of the kids ain't the problem. It's my parents. My parents are the problem. I'm gonna be real with you. But if they trying to change, well, we gotta fall in line. And guess what? It start with me falling in line first. That means Toya next. And if you don't want to fucking fall in line, guess what the fuck gonna happen? You getting kicked out the fucking line. You're gonna get kicked out the line. Ain't no more show. Ain't no more doing nothing for free. Ain't no more supporting you and telling our story and you only getting the bag for it, but yelling out all this motherfucking you doing this for us. Bitch, you're supposed to if I'm giving you my life. I'm so dead, bro.
You're not supposed, she doesn't have to. And it's up to you. If you want to get paid, it's up to you to handle your business. You are a grown man. Telling your younger sister she's supposed to put you on. It's the entitlement for me. And that's what I think is going on here.
Let people live their life and stop thinking you can control it, man. And this is not about no Toya, because some of y'all love my sister and I love her. You can't love her more than me. That's my sister. But damn, know what you're saying, bruh. Stop trying to wreck people's lives just because they chose to be transparent and not scary like you to tell their story. Damn, bruh. Like ain't nothing wrong if Beta said she was messing with that little girl. I was going to wait on her. I follow God. I'm not into all that, but I'm not going to stop messing with my sister just because she's having a learning experience in her life and she's young. Hey, if that's the case, we could blame fingers on everybody. Walt left his wife and his children. Toya been married 3 times. Casey a fucking knucklehead. Oh, Nita and Big Walter really the problem. We could throw blame around everywhere, bruh. But it ain't about that, man. The check ain't come to us. The check went to you once again. And we keep being ducks wanting to bend over backwards and saying that, okay, it's a new time. It's a new story.
There it is. What Voodoo Doll say? Duck, duck, goose. You it. Tag, you it. Y'all keep going along with the get along. But let me tell you, how else you got payment? All of y'all got social media and YouTube pages. You're getting money off of that.
You know what I'm saying? We done lost 2 brothers. Man, let's throw all that bull crap beside us and come together and try to amend this and be some type of medicine for people that's going through the same thing. Why am my mind the only one there? Ain't nobody said nothing about me being mad at Toya, baby. I'm mad at my family. Me too. This is what I'm saying right now. Stop doing it. She only say it when it's time for a show. We got receipts, is what I'm trying to tell you. When we was filming, we was together. When we stopped filming, there was no more hanging out. When Casey got a show to do or something, Toya is not attending. When
Toya not attending because of what Casey did, though. Casey need to get some act right if he want the family support. And you're not going to get any resolve by crashing out, disrespecting, and putting hands on people. Toya says she done. I played you the end of the episode.
Beatty got a birthday, Toya is not there. When Toya got something going on, we supporting. What part you don't get?
And let me tell you something about Beatty and Toya. Beatty wants her way. Now, Beatty went back to her ex-girlfriend. First season, Toya Regine got into it with the ex-girlfriend. She decides to get back and hide the relationship. And mind you, Beatty is living in Toya's house. And everybody know around Toya except Toya. And she felt some sort of way. Like, why don't you feel like you can talk to me? So all that Toya didn't show up for Beatty's birthday. Beatty was living in Toya's house. And she created a problem.
Get. Huh? What part y'all don't understand, bro? Ain't nobody mad at nobody. What we saying is stop being fake with the rat and shit. With the pleasing y'all is what traumatized.
All right, that's not all he had to say, child. He got more into the money. Here we go.
Well, my little sister got $1 million for that show. We didn't see that money, man. we was being real off the fact that we lost 2 brothers. Here it is. We got an opportunity. I know my little sister and them got to show her and my niece. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be family because all of us with each other, right? And we try to show these people where we come from and where we trying to go. How we didn't let this break us, how we used it to become something. That's what I went in it on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I know everybody ain't there. They're younger than me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I've seen a different world. I've been gone 20 years from my people. So you got to understand, all right, well, you're not like them. But they got to know that in that same token of me saying that, then they're not like me. So, but it's not to say that I'm on some bad. Like if I'm not so eager to put Beatty in her place because I feel like, you know, that she's all right, what y'all want to say, she was gay or whatnot, or bisexual or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I don't condone that type of living, but at the same time, you my people, bro. I'm not about to give up on you. I'm gonna wait till you get your mind right, you know what I'm saying? And when you come around, you feel what I'm saying? I know you're a good person, you know what I'm saying? But when you come around, whatever the reason that you was messing with Mel, because she probably was there to listen or to console you in your time of need, like you can't control who you love, bro, and I get that. My little sister got $1 million for that show. We didn't see that.
Hey, you heard him, $1 million. Well, Red, Toya's husband, Red Rushing, stepped into the group chat. Oh, you got something to say about the money? Here we go. Now, let me tell you, Red is a businessman, first and foremost. So is Toya, you know?
Here today that Toya got $1 million for the show. And didn't pay me. No, all right, let me say, I'm not saying she didn't pay me because every single person on that show got paid. I mean, I seen the contracts. Everybody got paid. Like, that's a fact. Like, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But how you get $1 million and you ain't tell your husband? Because when I sat down and saw the contracts and stuff, y'all hit me with red. You're doing such a good job this season. The budget is this. We would love to pay you this, but we can't because the budget is this. We bring in other people, boom, 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 all this stuff. And you showed me what you made. I saw your contract. I even see the deposits. I even see the deposits coming in. So you playing in my face here today that Toya got $1 million. So you playing in my face, Toya. You're playing in my face because those deposits don't equal up to $1 million. So you got to be getting cash under the table. And Rick, you got to have something to do with it. We TV or whoever, you got to be paying under the table because the stuff that coming in that house is not $1 million. So stop playing with me. How the hell you gonna make $1 million and I make that show? I make that show. I fill the seats every week. It wouldn't be a show without me. You should change it to Toya, Regina, and Red. I've been popping. I've been popping before you. In New Orleans, Kevin Hart, my friend. You want me to call him? In New Orleans, I took you to the show. We backstage at Kevin Hart. I don't care you spent $10,000 for courtside seats to see LeBron play. 2 people LeBron talked to on the sideline. So you playing in my face, Toya. You're playing in my face because those deposits don't equal up to $1 million. So you got to be getting cash under the table. B and 2 Chainz. At the party, Brian come through, walking through with security. Where he stop at? My section. Brian, what's up? This Toya, this Brian. I know Tyler Perry. Friend. She my sister. She my sister. I know people. I've been popping. I made that show. And you gonna get $1 million and don't tell me? Yo, I'm a real nigga, man. I don't even be doing this for likes and all that stuff and hollering at the phone. I don't be hollering at no phone, man. I don't be hollering at no phone and none of that stuff. But you got me messed up. For real, Toya. I'm telling you. And I love Toya to death. That's my wife. I love her to death. I'm a ride for her. I'm a crash out about her. But $1 million? Rick, we TV. In the words of 50 Cent, B and 2 Chainz. I need my money by Monday. How the hell you gonna make $1 million and sweep that under the rug and don't, like, I'm seeing the receipts, I'm seeing the wires. Where's the other money, Toya? Where's the other money? A whole meal? Yo, stop hitting me talking about hang my phone up and all this. Oh, I ain't on live? Oh, this is a video. I need my money by Monday.
My little sister got $1 million.
I love Red in his crash. He had
So here today that.
So Toya responded. He posted to the Twitter. He said $1 million and I didn't get paid. I'm done. I need my money by Monday or I'm suing. And Toya responded. She said, "Itch, I want my $1 million too, babe. Where the $1 million at?" Child, and Juice said it the best. She said, if he's popping like that, why don't he get his own show? Well, Juice, they all got their own YouTube channels. Miss Nita got a YouTube channel cooking. Casey got his own YouTube channel. He just posted yesterday. Him and Nita went to church. Sounds like we on the right path. But I need my naughty crew to know they are all working. Please hit the like button. It's that they doing the same thing that Blueface and Krishan do, and the same thing that Sherelle and Perry did this weekend. They know how to wake up the internet. Yeah, BD had one also. They all got YouTube channels. So all of this is trolling for the internet to drive traffic to their channels. Okay? Let's exploit the family trauma. Okay, baby. It's going to be bless your heart. Bless your little souls. But I do feel like them brothers and Beatty and all, they all entitled to nothing. Right? Where's my $1 million, Juice? Where's my $1 million? Toya, I feel like you cut me out too, girl, because I'm a big supporter of your show. I've been supporting your family since BET. Where is my cut? Where my cut at? You got 24 hours to pay me off. You're welcome. I love it. But at the end of the day, they're using their family drama and they're making money off of it. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, everybody will be happy. Yeah, Toya, she said, me too. I bought her book too. Where I cut? Hey, Winnie. Good morning, y'all. Good morning to all my naughty crew. Please thumbs up the video as you loading up in the room. Yes, we both owe the cut. Where's my cut? Been supporting you since your first book. Where's our cut, Toya? Where's our cut? The naughty crew want they cut. We big fans, okay? All right, so you know what? I wish them all the best. I look forward to the 3rd season. I do. It was good. It was good. Go check them out. I forget. It's WeTV, I think. Yeah, WeTV. They all on. All right. Ooh, child. Oh, so now wonder Tamar was trolling Candy this weekend. I forgot that Othello came out this weekend. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talks for this information. So Othello is starring Denzel Washington, Jake Gyllenhaal breaks records for the highest weekly gross for a Broadway play. Oh, it's a play. Produced by Candy Burrs and Todd Tucker. Shout out to them. Candy out here doing, good morning, Kim. Candy out here doing big things ever since she let go of the Housewives, child. Okay, so she said, I'm producing plays, I'm in movies and things like that. So it's full circle moment for Denzel Washington. He is back on Broadway and breaking records. The revival of Othello starring Denzel alongside Jake Gyllenhaal has officially become the highest grossing play in Broadway history before even opening night, pulling over $2.8 million in his first full week of previews. Child, Candy is doing her thing. Candy and the Tuckers are tucking it, okay? All right, Toya, thank you for joining and welcome back. We missed you for sure. So shout out to Candy. Candy is also out here addressing the lawsuit that was brought against the old.
Okay, really.
All right. So y'all remember Candy Burris and Todd Tucker reportedly sued for more than $150K in back rent and additional expenses for Blaze Steak and Seafood Restaurant. Oh, I thought it was the old lady gang. Let's see what she got to say.
It was just a disagreement between us and the landlord, but to let you know, they had to drop my name off. So I felt like they just put my name on there anyway, just so they could get publicity for the lawsuit. But yes, they officially dropped my name from it as of yesterday, I believe. So yeah, I guess that would be news. And the rest is being worked out because it really was a disagreement about some repairs that they made and then who would be responsible for it. So we were just going back and forth about that, basically. And that's why it turned into what it turned into. But it looks like we're going to come to some agreement. So it'll be.
Y'all agree? Y'all agree? Y'all think she lying? Or she gaslighting us? Y'all let me know in the comments, okay? She said it's a disagreement. And it happens all the time, you know. Landlords don't fix things and people withhold rent. The thing is that once everything gets resolved, you better have that money. And Candy has the bag. Okay. At the end of the day, say what you want. Candy gets to the money, honey. All right. So that's just to clear up those little rumors that are going around. Malik Yoba is out here saying that he is no longer considering himself being black. Malik Yoga. Former star of New York Undercover. I remember I love that show. He's still a working actor though.
So, what's up, America? I decided that I'm no longer a black man, no longer a person of color, BIPOC, none of that shit. What I am is a non-white man. And I think we should all just start calling ourselves non-white. So, they're gonna have to figure it out. But they say that shit explicitly. No DEI, no BIPOC, no references to our blackness. So we just all walk around like, I'm not a black man, I'm a non-white man. I'm a non-white woman. I'm a non-white, all of us. Asians, Latinos, black people, everybody. Call it what it is. I'm just non-white. And let them rebuke that. Let them refute it. Let them come up with something that just says, we like all non-whites. Excuse me. We don't like all non-whites. So,
I don't know, Malik.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
May God have mercy on your soul, brother. Whatever. You want to be called non-white? Fine. Fine. Like, people will do anything for clout. Well, Kyrie Irving out here saying that racism is dumb. Okay, like, what? Naughty crew.
Like growing up in this society, and just because you have this skin tone, you have different rules that you got to abide by, or you can't be proud of your history because you're this skin tone. Like, people really got killed because they were a different skin tone, bro. You know how stupid that is? You know how ignorant you got to be to put somebody in a tree and hang them because they're black? It's probably the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro, to be honest with you. Like, and I say this from not an ignorant standpoint, by the way. So shout out to the educators. I'm not diminishing, you know, what you put out there and what I've learned. I'm saying that it's one of the dumbest things ever. It really is. It's one of the, it really is, bro. You really don't like somebody because they're a different color, they're a different religion, bro. That's the dumbest shit ever for me. I don't get along with people like that, bro. And I don't have time to listen to people like that. Literally, you're trying to downplay the fact of racism and then say, pick up your bootstraps and work harder, when there's a whole system designed to oppress people that have darker skin tones. So you can judge me when you see me at a basketball court. You can say all these nasty things. People have said nasty things to me before. I've heard people say different things to people before, but you don't even know who I am. Like, growing up in this society, and just because you have this skin tone, you have different rules that you got to abide by, or you can't be proud of your history because you're this skin tone. Like, people really got killed because they were a different skin tone, bro. You know how stupid that is? You know how ignorant you got to be to put somebody in a tree and hang them because they're black? It's probably the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro, to be honest with you. Like, and I say this from not an ignorant standpoint.
You know, it is a dumb idea, but you know what? It still happens. We all know we in ninja hunting season, okay? They breaking up all these gangs. I think Cardi B chapter of the Brim got busted in the RICO. Yeah. What is going on? Did y'all hear Nene Leakes is out here pandering to the Real Housewives, saying she is open to coming back? Milagro Grams, her ex account was suspended. Okay, shout out to Tasha K for that. The ignorance is prevalent, as you can see, especially from what happened this weekend. Okay. Now, last but not least, I want to get into Big U and also Yo Gotti. Angela Simmons, you in danger, girl. I believe a RICO is coming down. The feds is cracking down on all this gang banging activity that's been going on. They just recently got Big U and connected him to a red rum of a young man. So we'll get into that. But let me start with Irv Gotti. Let me remind what is his name? Not Irv Gotti. Yo Gotti. Angela Simmons' man. Hubble. You know, the one she was at the funeral for and the brother got blicky. Like, it's crazy. But I believe a RICO is coming for him next.
To represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know.
Okay. All right. And you knew that we're all clear here. That money came from CMG, right?
Yeah. I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right. So you talked today. You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
Out there locked up.
You got paid,
My
right?
lawyer was paid.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Great. I don't know how much it was, but great. My lawyer.
Okay. And there's no question that money was for services rendered. Killing dog. You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you? Your conscience.
Out there came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money because you still got a lawyer here.
Nah, I ain't say that.
You took the money.
Yeah, I took the money. I got the money.
Your conscience wasn't bothering you that bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
Well, I had already did it, so might as well. You know, I got a conscience still. That they came to my senses.
Right. Okay. $. To represent.
All right. So still remember the day Young Dolph, the leader, said I got paid by Yo Gotti CMG record label. And best believe the feds are digging into all their finances and everything. They're going to connect the dots, and I believe this is going to be the next RICO coming down the pipe. He testified to that in a court of law. Yes, please get these likes up. The feds ain't playing with all these gangbangers. They are not playing with them, okay? And they think they could come out here and red run people and walk around in this free world and nothing's gonna happen. Ciao, bye. Please thumbs up this video. All right, Mo 3 and Yellow Beezy. Who Mo 3 just got arrested. It's this crazy. It's sad. But people don't value life anymore. And people are greedy and willing to do anything to come up these days. All right. But they're using these businesses to cover up their illegal activity that is going on. All right. So Big U, let's get into him. So it's a lot of resurface clips going around. And a lot of people are connecting him to Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle was his artist at one point in time. I think where he went wrong is asking Diddy to produce his album. But, you know, so this is the last time Nipsey Hussle and Big U were together before Nipsey's Red Rum.
He did what no other rappers do today. He sold his own music. He sold his own music. So when I came along and Steve came along, we had a formula that merged what he do, but he outworked any artist I've seen. I'm talking about business-wise. I'm not talking about on the mic. Because if you notice, this man is a more professional than 90% of the dudes who are trying to grow to his level. But I'm saying that to all young babies, to a T. he outworked a whole lot of people. And this is the reason why we are giving him the award, the Businessman Award, because he really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business. So let's give this man a hand. Clap up for him. He did what no other rappers do today. He sold his own music. He sold his own music.
And I believe that's what put him at risk. Shout out to Nicole, everything. I believe this is what put Nipsey at risk because they couldn't make no money off of him. See, he was smart enough to do his homework and have his business in order as far as his masters and his publishing. And I think a few of these music execs got butt hurt behind that because he was smart enough. Like, you ain't going to use me and make money off of my art and my intellectual property and I not get paid, okay?
Black Sam and Big U seem to have never liked each other, with Black Sam disapproving of the way Big U has handled things pertaining to him, and with Big U being pretty vocal of his dislike for Black Sam.
And then I'm going to keep it 100. Me and his brother wasn't cool. Me and his brother weren't the best of friends. You got to understand, like I'm going to have friends that my mama ain't going to like. I'm going to have friends that my brother's not going to like. You're going to have people that your people don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Since he's been out of prison, Big U has gained a rep for allegedly strong-arm extorting any rapper or artist that comes into 6-0 territory. Anyone with the big name needs to pay a tax and go through Big U to be granted entry access and the ability to be in the 60s without risk of being harmed. In early 2019, DJ Khaled, Nipsey, and John Legend teamed up for the single Higher. Initially, Nipsey had brought DJ Khaled to the 60s for the visuals of the song. When Big U got word of this, he allegedly sent a gang of 6-0 members to the video shoot to press the issue. Nipsey frontlined, but the overwhelming pressure resulted in him moving the video shoot to the top of a parking structure in Inglewood. Nipsey also had to beef up security, as he was receiving death threats, allegedly from the Inglewood families, the dominant blood gang in the city. After Nipsey was killed a few days later, rumors began to fly that Big U had allegedly orchestrated the murder, with many people pointing out their past issues, as well as Big U not attending Nipsey's funeral. Fans were also thrown off when a screen-recorded clip of Big U's live began circulating the internet.
Justice for them.
I see a pattern here, okay? You heard him say, like, Big U did not attend Nipsey's funeral. I see the same thing. Yeah, Sam is a G. I see the same thing with that Rayshawn Williams case where they're accusing, basically they're pointing the fingers at Big U. They're saying his DNA was found under that young man's fingernails. He too, after his disappearance, he blocked the family, did not go to the funeral, did not support. You see a pattern here? Sound familiar? I have deja vu. This sounds like the Tupac and Notorious Big days. Shout out to Spiritual or Celebrity World.
Hey,
Your boy would have been there like, yeah, you did. You did.
Eric Holder, a previous hot-headed unknown shooter from the 6-0s, as well as a former friend of Nipsey's first baby mother, was charged and eventually convicted for Nipsey's murder. In a recent interview with Big Boy, Black Sam alluded to the possibility that Eric Holder was sent by someone, which has again sparked up a whirlwind of theories, saying that Big U was allegedly involved. Black Sam and Big U seem to have never liked each other, with Black Sam disapproving of the way Big U has handled things pertaining to him, and with Big U being pretty vocal of his dislike for Black Sam.
And then I'm gonna keep it 100. Me and his brother wasn't cool. Me and his brother weren't the best of friends. You gotta understand, like I'm gonna have friends that my mama ain't gonna like. I'm gonna have friends that my brother's not gonna like. You gonna have people that your people don't like. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So the beef is beefing, and once again, WAC 100, his name is being tossed around. Ciao. Being tossed around. And then another person they trying to connect Big U to is PNB Rock. Like, why are you connected to so many red rums?
Rock got killed in the
Roscoe's. Yeah. See, so I felt it was like super messed up because at the end of the day, it was me and Big Useless in there when it happened. So when it happened, I wish I could have just told him, like, bro, just give up the jury and we get it back to you later. But it just happened so fast. And he wasn't cooperating, and that's when they took it off of him by force. You get what I'm saying?
What do you say to a person who won't give up their jewelry when something like that's happening?
No, give it up and then check in with the real people. So
that whole situation, because I remember a lot of people was trying to say that his girlfriend got him set up because she was going live right before they went in. I believe it was a restaurant and things like that. But Big U is being charged with extortion charges. He was making these artists, and just like down in Texas, Prince, they make these artists check in for security and pay a fee. They make these artists check in and pay a fee for protection. So PNB Rock, I don't think he checked in, and that's why he was checked out.
We're going to find a jury, and we're going to get it, because we know all the pawn shops, we know all the people that's going to melt it down and everything like that. So as soon as it comes on their table, we got it. Okay, get it, go in that back room, make that phone call, put them on the phone. That's how it works.
Rock got killed in the
Roscoe's.
All right, you guys. So it's a whole lot of criminal activity surrounding Big U and that whole camp. I am side-eyeing. Even Whack 100, I just find his movements.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
It's all suspicious and weird. Even this Snaggletooth agent of chaos. She'll do anything for clout or attention. Anything. Believe that. I'm so over it. I can't even do the circus today. All right, Naughty Crew, that's all I had for you today. I appreciate every last one of you joining me. Let's leave it in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on Toya and her family drama. I feel like they all are working and they are driving traffic to their separate YouTube channels. So that's why you're getting all the different crashings out. To be quite honest, the only one I feel like is handling things like properly is Reginae. She out here living her best life, and she's like, I'm staying out of the family drama. Okay. The show was enough for me. Actually, during the show, she said she didn't want to move back to Atlanta to stay away from the family drama. And so she's out there in LA where she's next to her father. Right. Gang culture is counterproductive. It really is. Right, Nichelle, what I look like, who the fuck are you that I gotta check in? So I just won't go to Cali then. I ain't doing all of that, but it just goes to show how they love to extort people and inject fear into people. But the crazy part is a lot of celebrities, they do it. So you can only imagine how much money he garnered off of that extortion deal. All right. Also, let me know what y'all think about Trina Rocstar's husband being arrested. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice today. I did enough shit over the weekend. Okay, I'm over it. Back to reality. All right, you guys, I love you all, and I appreciate every last one of you supporting me this weekend. That was dope. Everybody pulled up. We are growing here at the Naughty Love Movement. I'm really proud of our progress. It's happening. This thing is going to be big one day, and I can't wait to have like flying all over the world to meet my Naughty crew and things like that. I'm just excited for where we are to go. So please make sure you thumbs up the video, support the channel, share this live, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But otherwise, I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Seriously, it's been a weekend and I'm a little exhausted. I really, really am. But to all my haters running background checks on me,
and I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
Thank you. Thank you. And you still weak sauce. Corny as fuck. You fucking Karen. Weak sauce. Weak sauce. Sue these nuts, bitch. Sue these nuts. But if y'all got beef, y'all got problems, pull up.
You don't want no problems, you just talk like you do. Let me show you that you don't want no problems.
I got respect for my elders, but this all I'm gonna leave y'all with.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Period. Have a beautiful, blessed day, Naughty Crew. Until next time, I'm out. 1.